read 37 books in 2023. This is a fast review of those 37 books with little to no context because I don't remember anything I read. Most of what I read was on Kindle Unlimited, but I have some of the books in person, so let's start with those. Regretting You, Colleen Hoover. 5 out of 5 stars, mother-daughter relationship, hit me way harder than I thought it would. Every Summer After, 3 out of 5 stars, I don't remember anything. I know it's a small town romance, and that's not my jam. Of course, 5 out of 5 stars. Gets me out of a reading slump. I reread it from the year before. Yes, at least try. The Word is Murder, 3 out of 5 stars. I don't remember much what happens. I thought the perspective was weird in this book, but that's all I've got. Everyone in my family has killed someone. This was a win. This is one of my top favorite books of the year. I recommend it to everybody. It was a fun read. There's like so many different characters that you get to know in it. It's 100% yes. Husband Material, kind of a random one. New York, rom-com, 3 out of 5 stars. Killers of a Certain Age. I went into this one with really high hopes. I thought it was going to be one of my new favorite books. I loved what it was about, but I just thought it could be funnier, more entertaining. Good, but not the best. 3 out of 5 stars. Confidence. I didn't understand this book. I was confused the whole time. I think it's actually a sequel, and that might be why. 1 star. No Good Tea Goes Unpunished. I got this at a thrift store. Little Murder Mystery. It was actually really good. It's a part of a bigger series. 3 out of 5 stars. Yellowface. I read this in one sitting. It was very interesting to me. I don't read a lot of books like this. 5 out of 5 stars. The Dead Romantics. This is one of my all-time favorite books. I recommend it to everybody. I think everyone should at least give it a shot. Plot's different from a lot of the other books I read, and loved the characters in it. 5 out of 5. Wild and Wicked Things. I bought this book mainly because I like the cover. It's about witches, and I don't usually like that kind of fantasy style. However, it was really good. Probably won't read it again, but it was very entertaining. If you like fantasy and witches and that vibe, then I would definitely give it a shot. 4 out of 5 stars. This is going to be a hot take, but this is my favorite ACOTAR book. Court of Frost and Starlight. The little novella. The found family in this is my favorite. You get to see a lot more of the personality. Yeah, just a fun, easy read. I read it when I'm in a slump. How to Kill Men and Get Away with It. I bought this book because I really like the cover on it. I think it's really, really cute. I wasn't expecting to love this one, but I brought it home and I sat down and read it all in one sitting. 5 out of 5 stars. Okay, so on to the books from my Kindle. Right Man, Right Time. It's a hockey romance. I don't remember much about it, but I really enjoyed it. 4 out of 5 stars. I tried Throttle. I went into it with a lot of high hopes because it's super hyped about, but I don't know, it just wasn't for me. It felt kind of young. I still liked it, but I won't be continuing the series, so I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. You Let Him In. This was a Clarence Indigo book, and it was actually really good. I rated it 2 out of 5, but I have better memories of it, so I'm going to say it's 3 out of 5, and it's a thriller. I'm Glad My Mom Died. This was actually an audiobook that I listened to. I don't like rating memoirs. I think that's kind of weird, but I would recommend it to everyone. Just read the trigger warnings first, but the audiobook is just as good as everybody says it is. Accidentally Flirting with the CEO. I don't know what made me read this book, but I did, and I gave it 1 out of 5 stars. It's hot garbage. It's what it is. I read it because I thought it would be. It fulfilled its role. Reminders of Him, Colleen Hoover. 4 out of 5 stars. It was really good. I think about it often. It definitely pulls on your heartstrings. Yeah, I also read it all in one sitting, which is always a good sign. Layla. This book didn't live up to my expectations of it. However, I did really enjoy it, and I gave it 5 stars. Maybe someday, maybe not, and maybe now. I don't remember reading the series at all. So I gave each book 3 out of 5. I think it was a small town romance, and I don't know, I just don't find it interesting. Picking Peaches and Following Fox. I gave it 4 out of 5 and then 3 out of 5. Also a small town romance, not my favorite thing, but it was really good. I liked the characters, and I like that the 2 books are like the exact same town and universe and everything. Juniper Bean Resorts to Murder and Heidi Loses. Juniper Bean Resorts to Murder and Heidi Loses. Juniper Bean Resorts to Murder and Heidi Lucy. Juniper Bean Resorts to Murder and Heidi Lucy Loses Her Mind. 5 out of 5 for Juniper, 4 out of 5 for Heidi Lucy. I loved Juniper Bean. The characters are so great. The romance is good. The author actually interacts with you on Instagram, which I always think is kind of fun when authors kind of break that wall. So overall, I loved it. A great Kindle Unlimited read. The Scarlet Princess, Tarnished Crown, and Crimson Kingdom. This little series, I believe there's 4 books and I haven't finished it. It has kind of like that ACOTAR vibes, that found family kind of thing in it. And it's also really good for beginner fantasy readers. Not too heavy, not too intense or anything. I highly recommend. I also reread A Court of Mist and Fury. This is not my favorite ACOTAR book. I know everybody loves it, but I think it's good. I enjoy it, and I will read it to get me out of a reading slump. 5 out of 5 stars. Between a Fox and a Hard Place. I don't really remember reading this book. I think it was also small town romance. I like reading rom-coms in between bigger books, and I think it was great for that, so I guess I recommend. I don't know why I read this book, but I was confused and scared, and I gave it 2 out of 5. Again, it's hot garbage if you are looking for that in a book, and cringy in a good way. Everybody read this book this year, so Fourth Wing. I just kind of wanted to give it a shot just in case I would really like it. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I think it's a little overhyped. It's not the best fantasy I've ever read, but if you're just getting into it, I think that's amazing. I'm torn on if I should read Iron Flame or not. I've heard mixed reviews, so I'm not sure if I'll do that yet. So yeah, that's the 37 books that I read in 2023. I really love some of them. These are my top faves. And yeah, thanks for watching.